So, escapism is a word that gets used a lot on the internet, and it's actually very widely spread. And it's very well looked up, too, you could tell, because a lot of people take part in some certain form of escapism, especially young men. Especially with young men, they are looking for answers. They feel like they've been misled, they feel like they've been given raw deals in society. For the most part, that is absolutely true. Or we long for the days where things made sense, because it seems like it was only a few years ago where there was actually some salvageable stuff of society in the normal basis. Because I went to college before 2020, and that's when things just kind of seemed to be a little bit better. Things made a little bit more sense. And we still like to interact with each other as human beings, and it's amazing how fast internet culture and internet apps and this hyper competitiveness for attention, it's really shaped society super fast, and we've really bit into that fruit really hard and then slurped up the juice super quick to the point where now it's so widespread. And I think that it's happened super fast that we're still in shock, which makes escapism all the while more promising. It makes it more appealing, and I understand, because I really try to limit how much gaming I play, and how many games I go through, because I really try not to start too many long-term games, because I will get lost in that world, and I will just look through all the side quests, and I will try and level up my guy to the max. And in some cases, like I'm playing GTA 5 with some friends I went to college with, because we all live in different states now. And we're like, hey, man, remember that time where we met up in our dorm rooms and had that game of Pong or something like that? We were just like kind of chilling and enjoying each other's companies. Sometimes we go on Grand Theft Auto 5 and see who owns an expensive property or a yacht, so we can hang out by the bar and just kind of submerge ourselves into an experience that like kind of like brings us back to and remedies those feelings when we're in our dorms partying. Just thinking about those nights, like where we all meet up on a Saturday night and we're all older now, it just kind of makes me like really think of the endorphin rush you get, or the dopamine hits you get from such an experience of nostalgia, even though we all kind of know it's not real, and it kind of eats up a lot of our real lifetime. So like one day I kind of like woke up and said, okay, all this gaming time is really eating up my real lifetime. And what was it that I did to remedy this? And this is the main takeaway I want people to have from this video, is that escapism doesn't just have to be in video games. It could be in skill building. It could be in reading. It could be in trying to get certified for a specific skill or a job. Even like if your job isn't the most glamorous thing, escaping into that work can really bring about some positive results. Granted, you're working in a healthy environment that is fair. And I know that there are fair environments out there, but there's also a lot of unfair ones out there. So you know who you are, you know what situation you're in. Or when you get off work, you escape into starting some sort of hustle on the side and use your time for something a little more valuable, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I sometimes think that even though society is pretty gnarly right now, we let that gnarliness consume us. We let that gnarliness lose us. We let that gnarliness like bring us into it to the point where we want to escape in a world that's not ours. But there's things that we can do in this world that are super useful and just super beautiful. And you get that dopamine hit from watching a skill you start from zero grow. I mean, even with the whole AI thing, like still learning how to code is really fun, because you learn like the different aspects of programming and how websites are made. So that way, when you look at it, you have a better understanding of it. APIs, programming certifications, networking, things like that. Basically spending your time doing something constructive. Working out is another great one too. When I work out, I get lost in that. That is the whipped cream on the Sunday that is my day. And all in all, it's like if you're looking around at this society we currently have and you want to make a change, I do really recommend, especially if you're a young man, right? To not have video games be your only way of escapism. Now, I'm not one of those foaming out the mouth anti-gaming people. I think gaming's very fun, but I also understand too much of anything is a bad thing, even work. Sometimes I have to rest and take a break or force myself to watch a movie because I realize how much I escape into different tasks that I exhaust myself. But escape into the hustle of building yourself into someone who, if you're unsatisfied with your previous life, when the future comes around, the people who slept on you realize they shouldn't have slept on you. And how do you do that? It's just not going to be through wishful thinking, but action and building something really awesome. And, the sooner you start, the better. The sooner you start, the more time in your life you're going to have to do such a thing. Because when you look back at your life when you're older, do you want to have the only thing say I escaped via video games, or say I used my free time or my solitude or my loneliness to build a skill and that became something else? Now, I'm not guaranteeing that it is, but it's worth a shot. But that's really all I have to say about when it comes to escapism, and I really hope you got something from this little ramble. But I really wanted to make this video because it's been on my mind a lot. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.